Alright, we've got our piece. It is centered. It's flat on top. It's pretty short. You know, this is kind of what you're looking for in terms of wheel throwing to move on to the next step, which is going to be making a hole, okay? For this demo, I'm just going to be making a bowl. It's an easy form, or it's probably the easiest form if you're beginning wheel throwing, alright? So, one thing to remember, okay, is you always use both hands working together, okay? Never have them do independent things, all right? They have to be doing the same thing at the same time. So to make this hole in the center, you have to find, you know, the middle of this clay as it's spinning, right? And that's challenging because some people think they're just going to dig their finger in there and it's going to make a hole and have it be in the right spot. But you have to work both hands together. So here's the way I do it. This isn't the only way to do it. This is just the way I do it. All right, so I will, using both hands, try to feel the center, okay? You see I'm using my fingertips here, both fingertips. What I'm doing is I'm trying to feel where that center is, okay? And that means that my fingers are sitting still and the clay is obviously still spinning and it's spinning around my fingers, all right? So if I just try to like put my finger here and I'm going for a ride with the clay as it spins, that means I'm not in the center. And you got to pay attention to that. Here we go. Here's the center, pushing down with both fingertips, okay, both hands, so I have more control. Now I'm just pushing down towards the bat. I don't actually want to touch the bat because I want there to be a floor on my bowl, right? But see, using both hands I have a lot more control when I'm making that hole. And the hole here, you know, is still centered, okay? I haven't lost it. The outside wall is still centered. We're doing just fine. If you need to check the depth in here, you can use a needle tool. Sorry, I don't have a needle tool. You can use a needle tool to poke through down to the bat and check your depth using your finger, and then you just compress the hole with your fingertips, and then it disappears. It's no big deal. Okay, I've got enough depth here. What the next part? If I'm making a bowl, the next thing after I have this hole in here is to stretch the clay towards myself. All right. So I want to make it. Basically, I want to make this hole wider. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna use both hands once again because you always should. I'm just going to stretch this clay towards myself using both hands. One hand right on top of another. Like so. One thing that's important with a bowl shape, pretty much any shape you throw, but especially bowl shapes, is compressing the rim. So right now what I'm doing is I'm wrapping the sponge over top of the rim and just giving it a little bit of pressure. I'm not trying to shape it or anything, but that will help hold my form together better. Alright, so I've stretched this clay out. Remember, we're just making a little bowl.